Nakanu Theater opening their doors in the River City, and they're also inviting members of our community to get involved.
And it's called Gemrock, and it's offering a new avenue for local artists here in the Tri-State. Joining us this morning, founder Otto Mullins, and we also have Jaden Sage, executive director. Thank you both so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having us. Yeah. We're very lucky.
Absolutely. So before we kind of get into everything, Gemrock, what is Gemrock? Where did the name come from? How new are you guys?
So to be honest with you, owning a theater has been like my dream for like 7 or 8 years now. I went to school for acting, and I came out and I realized, like, man, there's so much art and like so many things that are happening, and it has like this pay gate on it. Like, to be involved in like higher tier like education and higher tier art, like you have to pay so much money, is exorbitant nowadays. And I wanted to make art more accessible. So a lot of like what we do is like pay what you can, and we wanted to make it where art, I want to bring it down to like the level anyone can appreciate it, because sometimes it feels like it's purposefully gate kept, so that way everybody can't. Gemrock is actually named because I have 2 animals. Their names are Onyx and Topaz, and they're my little Gemrocks. And so we've picked it based on that. And then, like, when you get a little bit deeper in it, as we grow up, I feel like we never get to like the beautiful polished state of who we are as a person until we take the time to grow and like exchange like who we are and like ideas with other people. And that's what we want Gemrock to be. We want it to be a place for you to grow and to polish yourself and to become the most beautiful diamond you can be.
And you mentioned all these classes and activities. I don't think art really has a boundary of what's inside the confines of art necessarily, but explain all the different things that people could experience. I mean, you're talking about on-stage activities, also public speaking. That may be tough for some adults even later in life to overcome that fear, but they can get comfortable around other people that also may have those same, I guess, fears.
So a lot of what we're doing right now, this is our first semester of being like open and offering classes. So a lot of what we're doing is kind of aimed at people that have never done it before. And so we have on Sundays, we have a sold out triple threat class, which is an hour of acting, an hour of singing, and an hour of dancing from 9:30 to 12, and essentially, or from 9 to 12:30. And essentially, we break it down and we teach you like, what do you need to know at the basic level to go and do this for another company, right? So if you want to go and audition for one of the other local community theater companies, but you're too scared because, you know, it seems like it's hard to get into it, you can come to us. We can teach you the basics of theater, how to read a script, how to take notes.
It's like a resume.
Exactly, and then you have the experience. It's like it's almost like an internship, right? Like you have the experience, and now you feel more confident going out and going forward. And then we can do a lot of the same thing with public speaking. I took this really great class through the Stanford Business School, and it was all about improv inside of business relationships. So when can you use theatrical improv when you're firing someone or hiring someone? When you're in the middle of a board meeting, like what kind of jokes can you make? How can you know when those jokes are appropriate? That kind of stuff. And it was a really cool class. And so I took a lot of what I learned from that business class and transferred it into this. And then Stan Gillum, who is one of our board members, he's also teaching it with me. And he used to be a Toastmaster and has all these personal accolades for public speaking. And so he is going to help me teach that class as well. So if you're scared to talk, we're going to show you a lot of like improv techniques and stuff for public speaking.
And if you're thinking you got to pull a lot of money out of your pocket for this, explain how folks compensate.
So all of our classes are just as accessible as the art that we're making. So on top of what we offer, right, if at any point the classes are inaccessible or you can't afford them, we offer scholarships and financial aid. You just have to message us, text me, call us at our business line, and we will talk to you about like what you can make as a down payment and then how you could pay for it going forward. We even have scholarship opportunities where we will have you volunteer for us. So instead of having to pay any sort of balance, we'll just have you come to our events and maybe help us at a merch table or set up in some way. So that way we're able to still provide art for everyone.
Fantastic.
That way all the people that you see at all the events that are representing Gemrock are people who already want to be there and have experience with us. When you talk to them, you see them at events, they can tell you about the classes that they're taking and why they want to be there.
And Jaden, tell us a little bit about your involvement with Gemrock, kind of how you got involved with the company.
Yeah, so I grew up around this area and I was afforded a lot of opportunities within the dance world and performances. And so I graduated from Ball State University and I have a master's from UK. ballet and all in performance. And so I moved back here and I was really passionate about giving people those same opportunities that I had to go out into the world and perform and do things with the arts. And then Gemrock came across my table, and I was just so excited to be part of something that was going to literally give those opportunities to anybody because of that pay gate intervention and the education component of it. I think that that's really important, that we're giving people that toolbox to go out into the world. You know, a lot of aspects of life are a performance. So even public speaking or, you know, being in front of a room of people, you need those tools to be able to perform. And I think it's really awesome that Gemrock is able to supply those tools for them.
Absolutely. And talking about the upcoming event at Boca Lounge.
So we have, what we do is we paired up with Boca Lounge. It's called Acting Up at Brunch. And essentially the audience gets to come in. It's a completely free event. You just show up and hang out with us. And we do acting games, improv games. We do small things like that. And essentially we invite the audience in to play with us. And so what we're also going to do is be previewing some of our new shows as well. So it's a mix of you can sit there and eat and enjoy a drink, and then you can come up on stage and play with us, and then we'll show you something. And then we top it all off by allowing the audience to actually buy shots for our actors. So then they can slowly get inebriated as they're trying to do
drop
this
their
acting.
inhibitions a bit.
Exactly, and then they're a little bit funnier.
Taking place September 14th, so that's coming up, and we'll have all of that. But we want to get the word out about Gemrock. You guys are right here in downtown Evansville. We have a full screen, 901 Sycamore Street, so they're right near the courthouses there. So if you want to learn more, if you're interested in these classes, interested in attending the Acting Up at Brunch, we'll have all that information on our website. There's also the website there for Gemrock as well. Thank you both so much for coming in today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And just great stuff you guys are offering. So we are excited to see you expand and grow for our artists here in the area.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll send things